There's so much drama going on right now.
Girl, she not ready to have her.
Hey, what is up all my social climbing friends? It's Dustin. I'm back with another video. In this video, we're going to be discussing some things that have been brought to the table about James Charles. Last night, there was a video uploaded by this guy named Ethan. We're going to delve a little bit into that. It's a mess. I'm not going to be accusing anyone of anything. I just want to present to you what I have seen myself, and I have spoken with James Charles about this, and I kind of want to talk about it because I feel like if we don't talk about things like this, I feel like there's a lot of things that could happen as far as like misinformation being put out there, and I want to try to clear the air the best that I can. You guys know that in the past there has been a whole bunch of different things about James Charles that people have tried to like use him for clout and swiping right on him on Tinder and all kinds of things. It's been out there, it's been alleged numerous different times, and I think that this is very much in the same vein as that situation, but there's more to this than just that. But before I jump into that, I would like to say, if you like me and you like Nick, if you enjoy our banter when we film videos together, we do have a podcast that's called A Mouthful. It's over on Patreon. It is $5 a month, but that's literally because we talk about things that we cannot talk about here on YouTube. So if you guys are interested in that, I will leave a link in the description box for you guys to check that out. It is uncensored, it is unfiltered, and we just say whatever we think. It's off the cuff, and we just film in one straight shot. It's not edited at all. So some of you guys may actually enjoy that. So now let's talk about this whole situation with James Charles. Now, as I just stated, you guys know that in the past there have been many different people saying that James Charles sets his Tinder to different things to get different people to click on it. There's been numerous different videos made about James and how he allegedly interacts with people on social media. But last night there was a video uploaded by this guy named Ethan. I'm not going to be sharing his photo or his channel here on my channel because one, I don't want to feed misinformation. Two, this kid is underage and I'm not going to contribute to him getting hate or anything like that. And three, I have to protect myself because you guys know how YouTube is with things like that. So bear in mind, if I censor things, if I edit things, it's for a reason. I understand that you guys want everything uncut, unfiltered, and basically raw, but there are things that I have to censor just for legal reasons and things like that. So basically in this video, it starts out with this Ethan kid saying that pretty much James Charles talked to him and he alleges that James Charles knew that he was 14. But there was a lot of contradictory things that I've seen in DMs that I'm not going to share, but I will read them to you. That would make me believe otherwise. Now this guy, he does have 330,000 followers over on TikTok. And he has 4,000 followers over here on YouTube. And he does have a famous birthday that lists him as 15 years old. However, he is in fact not 15, he is actually 14. And if you know who I'm talking about, if you've seen pictures of this kid, he does look maybe 17, 16, but in no way would I think this kid was 18. I'm an old guy. I don't understand why James would want to associate with people that are so young, even younger than him. If this kid was 18, James is 21. I just don't get that. But as soon as this video was sent to me, I watched it and I sent it to James. I was like, hey dude, I think you need to watch this. There's some things that are being said about you in this video that I think you need to be made aware of. And I think that you need to address this in some way, maybe behind the scenes, maybe not publicly, because there was some very damaging things that was said about James in this video, particularly not so much from the guy named Ethan, but his friend did call James some very specific words that I'm not gonna say here. But I reached out to James and I was pretty much just like, dude, you need to watch this. And James was like, thank you so much for reaching out to me. It really means a lot. And a lot of people think that I like to just make videos about James. I haven't made a video about James in a while. I don't hate James. James actually ended up at the end of our conversation thanking me for reaching out to him. And I was pretty much just like, hey dude, I don't want to be the guy that tries to tear other people down. That's not my gig. I just want the facts. I just want the truth. And that's where I'm at in this whole thing. You know what I'm saying? But James sent me some DMs and it was a picture of this kid in the mirror. And then it was James saying the eye roll emoji and he said LOL back again. And this guy said, nah, I just got something to say. James said, question mark, someone sent me that podcast of you and Logan. Kind of felt like shade was thrown. And James replied to him and said, at you? And this guy replies and says, yeah. James replied to him and said, I promise that I haven't thought about you since you blocked me on Snapchat for the third time, LOL. This guy says, Just kind of strange how everything you said on that podcast was kind of everything I told you. Family problems, etc. James replied and said, no, it was actually about a Romanian boy that I was talking to from LA for a few weeks. As I said, I haven't thought about you. The kid sends another picture and it's just him like... And James went on to say, you can believe what you want. It wasn't about you, but clearly the shoe fits. Enjoy your night then. This guy then replies to James and says, stop lying. We was friends. James said, dad emoji, how are you going to come into my DMs accusing me of speaking about you on a podcast where I talked about a guy I was talking to that didn't work out and then 5 minutes later say we didn't talk? This guy says, we didn't talk. You exaggerated. Hella. James replied and said, you said you were bisexual and were into me and that I was beautiful, LMAO. I'm sorry that you're insecure and embarrassed about your sexuality. This guy replies and says, hell nah. And James says, have a nice night. And this kid then says something that really like sent up a red flag for me. He said, scandal time, ? I was like, really? Like, who says that? So we already know the precedent that has been set with James Charles and how people like to use him for clout and use his name and things, especially like people that know that James is like overly friendly with people on social media, and they like to take that and spin that into like some narrative that he's talking to them inappropriately or whatever. Now in this guy's video, he did put some stuff at the beginning of a Snapchat. I don't know if that was actually sent to him or if that was something that he found on the internet and then put in that video. I'm not calling the kid a liar. I'm just saying I don't know if I believe that or not. And that video ended up being taken down because of However, I digress. James Charles said, go for it, bud. I did nothing wrong. Enjoy your night in life. To which this guy replied and said, you never asked for my age. You sent a minor nude. James replied and said, you told me you were 18. I don't send nudes to anyone, so no, I didn't, LOL. Now, I don't have the screenshot, but I was sent a screenshot from another drama channel that was in contact with James, where James Charles did ask for this guy's age, and it was sent in one of those like things that disappear, so I'm assuming that he did say he was 18 to James. Even in this guy's video, he said that him and his friends were trolling, and he was like, hey, I'm gonna message James and I'm gonna say this, da-da-da-da-da. And this is pretty much what makes me believe that James Charles is not lying in the fact that he did think that this kid was 18. So after all that, this guy replies and says, LMFAO, no, I didn't. You always lie. You were known for making straight guys you, but I didn't know you didn't care if they were minorities. James replied and said, I hope you find something better to do with your evening. This guy replied and said, I don't even look 18. Come on now, James, stop lying. You sound dumb. Like you said, have a nice night. And that was the end of the messages that were sent to me from James. So clearly, in my opinion, reading the situation, gauging the situation, it does seem as if this person did try to set James up, because he self-admitted in his video that him and his friends were trolling, and he was like sliding in James Charles's DMs, trying to talk to him. And he even said in his video that he wanted to be friends with James Charles. I don't understand why someone at his age would want to be friends with James Charles, or why he would want to communicate with James Charles, other than trying to set him up and try to put him in a situation to gain clout, followers, and fame, because it is a tell old as time here on YouTube. People do that, not just with James Charles. Anyone that has any kind of social media following, people like to set up for clout and attention. My only real problem with James in this entire situation is the fact that James Charles just took this kid's word if he did tell him he was 18. And from the looks of it, it does look like this person did tell James he was 18. James should have been so much more cautious and so much more careful in trying to develop relationships with people on the internet, not just with this person, but people in general, because people like to use other people. James should definitely know that. He should be aware of that. He knows how social media works, and he has such a massive following that literally he could get set up by anyone. Any wrong thing he says, any small, minute thing that he does, people will try to use against you. And I think James is just naive to the fact that some people just want to do that. That is just some people's game. And I think that if he does not pay more attention in the future to situations like this, that he could get in a lot of trouble by no real fault of his own, just by him being naive and not paying attention and gauging the situation correctly. And I don't want that for James. I don't want that for anyone. I think that that is such an avoidable situation. Like literally, like this person On his famous birthday, it says he's 15, which is wrong. It makes him a year older, and he's actually 14. If it would have just been James Googling his name or looking at his TikTok, he could have saved himself all of this drama, and this would not even be happening right now. Now, Ethan did go on a very long Instagram story rant about James Charles. I will put it in here for you guys if you have not seen it. It will be blurred just because reasons. I will also put in a timestamp with the ending of that if you guys have already seen it, and I'll be back with my final thoughts.
Everybody that has seen the James Charles video and has commented on that post, on that video, talking about where's the facts, where's the receipt saying that you were 14. I don't have the receipts. I told him on FaceTime, I told him on Snapchat. I have like a video of us being on FaceTime, okay? I am 14 years old. I have 330,000 followers on TikTok. I'm not trying to be arrogant. My age is on the internet, okay? It says 15. It's a 1 year difference. I'm still a minor. I'm still underage. My age is on the internet, okay? If he really wanted to look that deep into it, he could have looked up my age. I told him my age. He knew my age. So to everybody saying, where's the receipts? I don't have the receipts. I have the receipts of him wanting to fly me out, though. I have the receipts of all of that, okay? He was trying to flip it on me, saying that I said I was 18 years old. I didn't say I was 18 years old, okay? He talked about me on Logan Paul's podcast, and I texted him asking if there was shade being thrown at me. You know what? He said no. He was talking about some Romanian boy, okay? First of all, it's crazy how that Romanian boy said everything I was saying to him, making all those excuses. I was uncomfortable. I didn't want to come see you alone. I had my homeboy. I asked my homeboy if he would come with me because I didn't want to be with you alone because you sent me, and every time you sent me, I left you on open. And you know what? You would get mad or you would snap back. You would continue snapping me, okay? I was scared. I didn't know what to do, all right? I had mixed emotions. I didn't know what to do. All I wanted to do was be friends, okay? Yes, people are talking about how me and my friend were on there just putting troll comments. Our comments weren't bad. We were putting random emojis. Nothing wrong with putting random emojis. I didn't put nothing in front of gay people. I didn't do any of that, okay? I didn't do one thing of that. So for everybody saying I'm queer baiting, whatever y'all want to call it, I'm not. I wanted a friendship with this dude. He kept taking it too far. I didn't know what to do. I was stuck in a position where I didn't know what to do. So for everybody saying, oh, where's the receipts? Saying, oh, you were 14 years old. I don't have it. I don't have the receipts. At the time, I wasn't thinking this would happen. I started feeling uncomfortable, and I thought I would have to come out to the public talking about this whole situation. Because there might be kids out there my age that this has happened to, and they want to get it out, but they're too afraid. So I'm standing up for myself, just as well as these other kids that it's probably happened to. Come on now, Jay. What makes you think that this one is not true, okay? What makes you think that he wasn't talking to a 14-year-old boy, huh? Oh, there's no receipt saying I'm 14 years old. My age is on the internet. I am a public figure. I have 330,000 followers on TikTok. I have a fan base. I have people that care about me. He knew my TikTok. I have little girls commenting on my Instagram. There's no one older than 18 in my Instagram comments. I don't have facial hair. I don't have any facial hair. That? No, I don't look 18 years old. Like, what are you talking about? I'm sick of everybody accusing me for all of this. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm trying to help you out. If this has ever happened to you, I'm trying to speak out so all these other kids will speak out like I did. I'm just trying to help everybody. I'm sick of this. Like, come on, when are we all gonna come together and cancel this dude? He deserves to be imprisoned. Come on now, my age is on the internet, like I said. And for everybody talking about this should have been done behind the screen, police authorities, all that, I'm trying to get this out there. So just in case your daughter, your son, maybe yourself is dealing with this, I'm trying to get kids to speak out on this situation. That's the only thing I'm trying to do. I put my socials in the bio because maybe people want to check me out, you know? Like, you never know. Like, honestly, I put my friend's channel in the bio. Like, what's wrong with that? That's me clout chasing. What are you talking about? I don't want nothing to do with this. I was trying to help kids out, and I'm getting hate for that. I'm getting hate for it, and I'm just sick of this. You know, yeah. There's no proof of me saying 14, but James Charles said I was 18. Where's the proof for that? I never said it. The world may honestly never know, but I promise you, I am 14 years old. I told him my age. Where is his receipts of me saying I'm 18 years old? Why are y'all not talking about that? Why are y'all not talking about the receipts of him saying I'm 18 years old? There is none. There's none for me either. It just happened. We didn't think it would get this far. He thought he could take advantage of me. I'm smarter than that. Come on now, y'all. I was on the phone with this dude. I was on the phone with James Charles when he was talking about, he was looking through my tags, okay? My tags show me I'm little in my tags. Like, I look like a little kid in my tags. I look like a little boy. He was looking through my tags and he called me cute on FaceTime with me, looking through my Instagram tags. I look like a little boy. Like, come on now, James. What do you, oh my God. Oh my God.
At the end of the day, James Charles just needs to pay closer attention to the people that he communicates with, the people that get in his DMs. And I think that James Charles should just be way more cautious. I think James gets so hung up on wanting all these straight guys, these bi guys, that he literally misses the fact that he is James Charles, that he could probably have mostly any guy that he wants. I don't know if at some point this has become like some kind of fetish for him, wanting straight guys. I know it's cliche for gay men to want straight guys. At the end of the day, a fantasy is one thing and then trying to make it a reality is another. And I just want James to be way more careful, because this could end up so badly in so many different ways for him, and he is too young to be going down that road, and I just want him to be more cautious. But you guys, with all of that said, please remain respectful of one another in the comments. I know that we're all not going to agree on this. I know that some people don't like James. I know that some people love James. I'm trying to be the middle ground here. I don't dislike James. I don't hate James. I just want the best for everybody involved here. I know that this guy is saying all kinds of different things about what he's going to do, this, that, and the other, and he's saying that James said that he was going to threaten to destroy him. That was not in any of the messages that were sent to me that I am privy to, that I have seen for my own self, that I read literally from this phone for you guys in this video. So just keep that in mind. But you guys, I hope you all have the most amazing day ever, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.